Hey everybody, welcome back to Me and My Shadow. I hope this video is finding everybody well. Well, as you guys have seen in previous videos and stuff like that, I've got a garage that's full of junk. Not junk, but stuff that needs to be organized, stuff that needs to be arranged better. We have a new electric system coming to our home. It's actually going to be a solar panel system. We've made the switch over to solar, and they're actually coming tomorrow to get it done. So my job today, on my day off, is to clear out this side of the garage over here and get it ready to go. I thought I'd film that, plus I've got a few things I want to talk about, so stay tuned. And as you know, it's hard to work on an empty stomach. So my wife and I are hungry. It's almost the end of breakfast time. So you and me are going to go up to a place called Whataburger and get something to eat. And on the way, we're going to have a little chit chat as far as, let's talk about the trap of the enslaved worker. Now, my wife would absolutely love it if I cleaned this entire garage out, but come on, guys. It's my day off, and I've got other stuff I need to do, but I wanted to show you the area that I need to focus on today, because they actually have to get to the electrical panel. So this area over here is what's going to need to be done. Let me see if I can bring you in for a better shot here. So this area all in here is what needs to be cleaned out. I need to clean a spot going all the way back to this wall. And then we have some rather larger items. These shelves that are on the wall are actually fixed to the wall, so I won't be moving them. But I've got to clear out a space where they can come in, because if you see back here along this wall, see if I can move this for you guys a little bit. They need to have clear access back here to my electrical panel. There's a lot of people that have been sold a lie for a long time, and that lie is if you work hard, you're going to get somewhere, and if you work for someone other than yourself, then you are going to be, you know, stable. You've got that promise of that paycheck, you've got the benefits, which is all true. And there's a lot of people that, well, there are some people, I would say, that work and really, really enjoy their job. And those people are, in my opinion, are pretty lucky. But most of us work out of necessity, right? We work out of the fact that we have to bring in a paycheck. We've got kids, we've got really weird angles. Sorry, I just put this window mount tripod thing up on my truck, and it's kind of weird. I'm probably at a weird angle, so I apologize. Again, Mr. Professional. But most people are working out of necessity, and most of us are doing jobs that we really don't want to do anyway, right? There's a lot of things that we would rather do. I don't think most of the jobs that we have are boring. You know, we dread the Monday morning blues. We do it because we have to. And there's this misconception out there that when you get to the job, if you're only doing the minimum required for the job, then you are basically lazy, right? And that's a moniker that nobody wants. Nobody wants to be called lazy. And 9 times out of 10, most of us aren't lazy at all. What we are is bored, you-know-what-less, over the fact that we have to actually do this job as opposed to doing what we really love to do. So there's certain options out there that we have, but those options take a lot of courage, man. They take a lot of gumption, and most people are so set in the way of you've got to work a 9 to 5 that we don't want to make that jump because of the security of the job itself. So we put ourselves in a conundrum. And to be honest with you, we actually put ourselves in that conundrum that issue or that trap, because we're taught from a very early age, and we teach our kids an honest day's wage is a good thing, and working for somebody else, you want to get that job, right? Am I making sense? I hope so. There was another component that I saw brought up about AI, how AI is going to revolutionize the workforce, and it's going to make our lives easier and take away those meaningless jobs that we all hate to do, and that AI is going to take those over. And in some cases that's been true, but in most cases, at least in my experience where I work, AI is used more as a monitoring tool to make sure that they're squeezing out every bit of efficiency they can out of the worker without the managers having to do as much. Matter of fact, if you're going to get a write-up at my job, it doesn't even come from management. Management delivers it to you, but the write-up comes from AI itself, because AI says you did this, and they don't question it. It's a tool they use. It's crazy. So don't tell me that AI has made our lives any easier in that regard. Not yet, anyway. Alright, we got the food, now we're on the way back. So, it's a trap. It's a trap that we are sold from a very early age. And I'm telling you guys, honestly, the truth of the matter is, good or bad, is that we are working for somebody else to make somebody else richer. And we are basically picking up the scraps, right? What they want to afford to pay us and things like that. And we settle for that. And I think, honestly, it can be a bit soul-crushing. That's why a lot of times I do YouTube, because YouTube gives me a creative outlet. If I could do YouTube full-time and do nothing but shoot videos and things like that and get better at this, I would love to do nothing more than that, but I can't. It's just like, that's why we hate Sunday evening so much. That's why you get that, and tell me I'm wrong, you get that crushing feeling, I gotta get up and do it all over again. It shouldn't be that way. It should not be that way. It should be, I gotta get up and go to work tomorrow because I love my job, and it's just not that way. And I'm speaking, I'm probably preaching to the choir here. If you're watching this video and you've made it this far, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So how do you get out of it? I'm not suggesting that you just upend your job with all your benefits and your salary and all those things. I'm not suggesting that at all. We don't throw the baby out with the bathwater, as we like to say here in America, do we? You just don't do that. But there is a way to escape the slavery trap. It's not promoted because, let's face it, most people that own these businesses don't want us to see there's a way out, but there is a way out. If you have the courage to take the steps to do so, and if it's going to take a little bit of work, because most of us, honestly, are not going to be able to just upend everything and just go start a new venture, start a new business, start a pottery business, or do a resale business and things like that. It has to be done on the side, and it has to be done slowly, especially if you're deep in the trap like I am, to where you have to do it slowly and build it slowly until the income of what you really love to do outweighs the income of the job that you're in. And believe me, that if you're making a decent wage, that can take some time. And then on top of that, you got to fit in family time, you got to fit in time with the kids and your wife and the things that you like to do. And sometimes it's just much easier, and you don't have any time to sit around on the couch and watch YouTube videos, right? Because if you're either working at your regular job, which you hate, or you're working at this other venture to help you escape. So it has to come from within all of us to be able to make that leap. And we have to be willing to put in the extra work to do so. And a lot of us don't. It's just easier. It's just so much easier to go, well, I'll do that tomorrow, to put it off, right? To say, well, maybe after the kid's out of school, I'll do something like this. Or maybe, once my wife gets that promotion, we can afford me to slide back a little bit in my job. You see what I'm saying? It makes it really difficult, and it makes it very easy for us to put it off and say, we'll do it tomorrow. Okay guys, so as you can see, that area is now cleared out. They needed 3 feet to the electrical box. They have more than that now. Of course, I'm going to clean up the floor, and I got everything moved over to this side for now until we can figure out what we're going to do with all this stuff. But that's my point, guys. Sometimes to achieve what you want, even on your days off and stuff like that, you just got to work for what your goals are, right? The sad truth of the matter is, most of us will never get out of the trap, right? Most of us are going to remain trapped and unhappy until the day that we look back at it and go, why didn't I do something different? Why didn't I at least try? Well, I'm here to tell you that it takes a lot of gumption, and it takes a lot of planning, and it takes a lot. You don't want to do this stupid. I mean, if you're going to replace your income that you're at your current job with income that you make yourself, it's going to take a lot of hard work. But none of that hard work is going to happen unless we get off our butts and do it. And there's one big factor: fear of what could happen. What if I get sick while I'm doing this? What if I don't have benefits? All these things. But you know what fear honestly is? False emotions appearing real. I think that's off some AA saying or something like that. But don't be afraid. I'm just saying, if you want to make the change and you want to get out of the slavery wage trap and become your own person and become happier in your life, figure out what it is that you want to do and do it. Maybe it's YouTube. Pick up your phone. Start filming what you like. You never know how far it can take you. If it's model building, if it's motorcycle repair, if it's whatever it is that you really want to do, start working towards it and set up a plan so that you can, because none of us want to stay in this slavery wage trap, working for other people, making other people rich while they drain away the best the best, well, they drain away the best years of our lives. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Not Timmy66. Signing out for now. If you like this video, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Please leave me a thumbs up. Let's get this video out to as many people as we can. And I hope you have a great day. More to come soon.